This is the brand new Moza Racing HBP Handbrake, aka Fanatec's worst nightmare. So, an issue with the sim drifting game in recent times is that handbrakes are either super cheap or really expensive. So, we have the super cheap, which is like the eBay handbrakes, the whatever handbrakes, the button handbrakes, etc. And then we have the really expensive ones, such as the Huskenvelds and the Sim Magics. And then there's some middle grounds like VNM and Fanatec. Now, I don't know about you, but my Fanatec handbrake, I've had two, both of them have broke within like 2 days of owning them. So, Moza Racing has developed a handbrake that will destroy Fanatec's handbrake. In what ways? Let me tell you why. So, the Moza Racing HBP handbrake is made of CNC machined aviation grade aluminum with an anodized finish, which is very, very nice. I'll tell you that. The grip of the handbrake is very good. It feels amazing. The Fanatec one was not terrible, you know. The rubber grip wasn't bad, but the metal just feels so good, especially with gloves on. Next, it is a potentiometer-based handbrake. The Fanatec is also potentiometer-based, but it is $130. Furthermore, we have adjustable angles, easily adjustable angles, where you could pull up or you can pull back like a real car. And also, you can mount it to virtually any rig. So if you want to have a pullback and you want to mount it upright on your 80/20 rig, you could definitely do that. Furthermore, there is an adjustable brake force with the use of adjustable springs and stops. So you could pull back as much as you want, and you could adjust it using an Allen key where you can see the spring right now. Connection is through the PC or wheelbase, which is a given. So we're off to a fantastic start with the Moza Racing HBP handbrake. Just setting all the ticks and meeting all the standards in the sim racing space. This is me explaining why I am switching out my 3D Rap Akina handbrake. This handbrake was very good. However, it is more of a high-end handbrake. There's a lot of adjustability. I just wanted something more approachable in the market, especially when I film videos, to appeal to the viewer. Most people do not have $180 to go spend on a handbrake, so $100 is a lot more respectable, and it is easier to mount as well. So, quick reason, audio in all these clips was horrible, so I'm voicing them over right now. Makes it a lot more difficult, but it's okay. This is me showing the handbrake being mounted. I'm just saying my rig sucks. GT Omega Art, great beginner rig, however, I've outgrown it. I have to mount it a little weird just with one bolt. However, it's pretty sturdy, and I'm just feeling around with it right now, making sure it's good. So this is me the next day after I set it up. I put it together quite late. Previous two videos were the next day as well, but I did develop some sort of sickness. It was hard for me to speak. It didn't pick up a lot on the mic, so I'm just going to be explaining it here today. I'm just pulling the handbrake. I'm showing that it does in fact work in game. When you set it up in the Moza Racing pit house, make sure to pull it back all the way when it's calibrating. If you don't, it'll only register at about 20%, which I thought was a fault, but it was me being incompetent, which is, you know, normal for me, I guess. A cone just popped up on my screen. That was funny, but I was pretty excited to get it going. I call these my virgin gloves because I always dogged on people for wearing sim racing gloves. I'm getting kind of off topic here, but I'm getting ready to drift my Infinity Q60 on the Scottish Virtual Drift Series Driftland circuit. So here's me drifting. I got to be able to drift with the likes of Darius Ostraka and Drift Masters driver Adam Zaleski, which was pretty cool. You might hear my voice in the background still, however, try to ignore it as I'm trying to override the sound of my voice right now. But initial impressions, this was a brand new track I was driving on in a car with outdated physics, and I haven't driven it in a while, so it was kind of difficult. However, with the handbrake, it made it really enjoyable. So I got to use it. I was using it with only the yellow spring, which is the lighter spring. It comes with a yellow spring and a blue spring, and it is plenty enough for me at the time. I might put the blue spring in later. However, it felt great as it was. I like the length of the handbrake as well. It's nice and upright. It's easy to grab, especially with my setup and it being kind of wonky. I couldn't use it close to my hand, like my my rig, because the wheel mount is in the way. So besides me saying that my rig is bad, overall I'm really impressed at the price point. Moza Racing is able to deliver us a solid handbrake. I feel like it will fill the void of people not wanting to buy the Fanatec handbrake due to its problems and not wanting to shell out $280 for a Husqvarna valve or even getting an eBay handbrake. I feel like this will convince a lot of people going Fanatec to go Moza instead. However, there are a couple of issues I have with it. The first one being that it feels kind of light out of the box. However, I feel like that could be fixed with just putting the heavier spring in. I prefer my handbrakes a little heavier. It makes it feel more realistic and makes it feel just better overall. I feel like it feels kind of cheap with the yellow spring in it. I did try it with the blue spring and it feels miles better. Another thing being the aluminum handle. Fanatec does have Moza in that one with gloves on. It feels absolutely fantastic. However, it is winter time and I live in the southern part of the United States and it is quite cold right now. It is 29 degrees outside and I am freezing in my room filming this at 12:36 a.m. of the morning of this uploading. However, that's besides the point. It is quite cold when I try to grab the handle like I'm doing right now. I'm touching it. It is quite cold. I feel like that would be very uncomfortable to drive with. So if Moza Racing has an option to change or put a different shifter on with maybe a covered grip that will protect someone's hands from the cold, that would be a great option. However, besides those two little things, this handbrake is quite frankly the best bang for the buck you could get. It has a lot of adjustability, and one thing that I don't know if other handbrakes have, correct me if I'm wrong, a stop position according to your needs, so you don't have to pull it all the way back. As you can see here, when I'm about to initiate, I pull it all the way back. You can pull it 20% or 40% to get it max. In the software in the Moza Pit House, I did not pull it up in this video and I apologize. It's quite simple to set up and there's a lot of adjustability with the curve. It could be linear, it could be exponential, you can do whatever you want with the tuning, and it is quite cool that something of this price range and this caliber is able to have that much adjustability. It's really changing the game with cheaper handbrakes, and I am all in for it, to be quite honest. So to wrap up this video, I am sorry for how informal it was, but it's really just me sharing my opinion, sharing my expressions, and giving some information on this handbrake. If you have $100, 99 US dollars to be exact, and you want to buy a handbrake and you're looking to get into drifting, I highly, highly recommend this handbrake. It's a lot better feeling than the Fanatec. It's probably more reliable than the Fanatec. I will have a long-term review on this product as time goes on, simply because I've not had it for very long. I've only had it for a week, and I've had absolutely zero issues with it. It has been absolutely fantastic. I'll leave a link in the description of this video if you want to go check it out, if you want to go purchase this product. I have nothing but good to say except those two little issues that are probably going to be easily fixed. However, if you're looking for a handbrake that is under $100, I would highly, highly recommend you get this handbrake. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I hope you guys like this video. I hope to make more videos like this reviewing sim racing products in a rather informal way. I hope you enjoy. I hope you like. Hope you subscribe. Hope you give a comment. I hope you have a fantastic day. Mwah.